challenge was to reach healthy people and reduce heart diseases among them by educating them. So what is difficult, that they are healthy, so they have no idea that they should be interested in this topic. And what we learn in the interviews with professionals, with nurses, that actually people more or less from age 50 start to grow some awareness for the topic, but that's maybe a bit too late. So I believe we should approach younger people also. We developed two personas in this project. One that's somebody in this age of 50 plus, and one is a young person. When it came to the realization, and we thought that for the young person would be nice something on the mobile, and for the 50 plus would be something on the internet. So our idea was to develop an application which can be provided in two different channels, and we had a lot of ideas, a lot of functionality, and what we actually managed to create is a very small portion of that. But yeah, let's say the app would be also based on gamifications, as we've seen before. So the user maintains some basic values like weight, blood pressure, heart rate, pulse, so on. Amount of sleep. The values can come from two sources, either from a Bluetooth device, so then you don't have to enter manually, or in some cases, if you don't have a device, then you enter it manually. Then you get a nice overview of the values. We connect it to Facebook and compare it to your peer group, so let's say your friends, or age group, so people, let's say, Dutch people of the same age. Now, is there more to add about the concept?
Well, now speaking of concept, that's basically what we try to achieve. Technically there were some difficulties. We tried several approaches as suggested by the team, but basically on the mobile part we kind of failed. At least we got stuff running, but it's not the mobile, or not nice enough to show you guys. But on the other side, we created a small mock-up for the website. So basically, what people above the age of 50 would use, because they are a bit more acquainted to, for example, a desktop instead of a mobile device. And I think that is going to show you guys basically what we were trying to achieve. So we're technically putting some data into a HANA database, which is really fancy. And we achieved the connections, but it's not real sexy looking yet. But the idea is to create a real sexy interface.
May I just add one comment maybe for the more technical people that it's running in a NetWeaver cloud connecting to HANA, and the UI is SOP UI5, HTML5 based. That doesn't look really mobile optimized or nice yet, but technically it's something which you can easily, with a phone app or something, you can create a native app just without really heavy coding, but we didn't have time to do that.
Yes. 2 minutes.
Oh, that's enough. And now for a very short demo. What we created was a table with all the users in there. So we got Helga and we got Sven. Well, Helga will be logging in because Sven was using the mobile application. So when Helga logs in, she gets an overview for today, where she can fill in data about herself. So how many steps she's taken, how many sleep she has, what her pulse is. So when she selects that, she can add, I've slept 8 hours.
She, not you.
She, yes.
Yeah, she.
I didn't sleep 8 hours. Almost. So, that's how far we got. So, what we wanted to do is create a list here. Oh, sorry.
It's too low.
create a list here,
I think an alarm is very sticky.
and so you get an overview of what your data is, and from there you can get some traffic lights and see how you're doing, and from there you can get some graphs and see how you're doing over time. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
So, in time.
Questions from the jury?
Technical question. No, this one. What were your ideas about the app? Did you want to make a native app or with HTML5 so you could reuse what you built for the website?
Well, we tried with Sybase. We tried to Sybase to create a separate app. So we tried the workflow. We tried first a native app with Xcode and native iOS app, and then we ran into some issues. So we switched to Webflow, Sybase Webflow technology. We ran into some more issues. But basically what we have is an HTML5 here, so with a phone gap, without coding, you can make a native app out of it. So of course, first you would make it nice and complete, but to turn it into a native app is very easy. And then all the logic stays.
And the challenges that you faced, was it the technology that didn't work, or you can still learn a lot about the technologies?
Both.
Yeah, we decided not to go for the phone gap solution because we thought, okay, for our learning it's interesting to go the hard way, but the result is that we didn't finish it.
Did you do some research in the market what is already available for this kind of solutions or ideas? Is it something original? Is it something it's done before?
No, we didn't.
No.
Well, basically, I've been experimenting with a kind of app like this, and it's if you talk about connectivity to other devices, it's something quite new, not really positioned in the market yet, and that's probably because there are some technical issues with it. But yeah, there's probably a demand for such apps.
What kind of technical issues come to mind?
Talking about connectivity between devices, open connectivity with, for example, iOS.
But let's say most of our issues are, I think, is knowledge and time. So let's say
In this case, it was knowledge and time.
technology would normally allow.
You can always talk. This is exactly what I meant by my asthma online. I love that application, and you're doing this for the heart patients. And if you can, I think this solution has great potential, because if you put in a bit more hours, a bit more time on it, you can create such a beautiful website. And if there's any gluten, any complaints, go directly to the heart nurse or something. I just need some tweaking here and there. And the question I want to ask is, to measure your blood pressure and the steps, you need a blood pressure monitor, and do we have to buy it ourselves or covered by the insurance or what? Or?
Well, yeah, that basically depends on your use case. For example, if you can make arrangements with, for example, hospitals or insurance companies, that might be
It's not so
provided.
expensive anyway, blood pressure from blocker. 14 euro.
Bluetooth?
No, not Bluetooth, but maybe they will do something in the future. But very, very low down. I like this.
And if I may add one thing, so there is the gamification part, so where you compare your points, and the other part I forgot to mention is that it also gives tips. So your education, let's say the old-fashioned way, you get a red traffic light because of your blood pressure, and then you click on it, and then it gives you some tips what you can do to lower it.
I love this. I like it.
Thank you.
Thank you.